So 3 years have gone by in the blink of an eye, it seems. But that's how long it's been since the interview. Yes, Harry and Meghan, that awful one on Oprah. But the question on my mind is, where has Oprah been since that viral interview with Meghan and Harry? Seemed like they were all best friends. However, there's been a couple of things that have come up to make people question that statement. Asia Grace, a features reporter and the host of the New York Post's Post Popping with Asia Grace YouTube channel, joins me now to talk about the US opinion on that interview. Asia, do you think that Oprah has lost her credibility after that interview?
Well, anything Oprah does, I am obsessed and invested. I mean, she really is that girl to me and a number of journalists. I don't think that interview necessarily marred her. I do know that a lot of what the couple said has been put under fire, and there's been a lot of scrutiny about whether they were speaking the full truth or not. But I don't know that she's specifically distancing herself from the couple. I do believe that she's a consummate interviewer, and if and when the time comes to get them back on the couch, I'm willing to bet that she's going to do that. And whether that means that she's, spilling more tea, holding them accountable, whatever the case might be, I think that any perceived distance between Oprah and the couple will no longer be in existence because, we are still talking about that interview 3 years later. So it definitely did big numbers and had a really big impact.
Well, listen, I'm like you, Aisha. I absolutely used to love Oprah. I loved her, and I thought she was amazing. She's been one of the biggest inspirations to me in my life. And it's when I saw her that I thought, I want my own show with my name on it, and I got it. I'm happy. She was my inspiration. But that interview, you talked about holding people to account. She did not do that. And I feel that they have embarrassed her and used her platform to embellish something that they have later confessed was simply about unconscious bias and that nobody in the family was racist, which, and that is from Harry's mouth himself. Surely Oprah needs to bring them back and ask them those questions, the questions that she should have asked then.
I think at the time we were in a very sensitive state of being in this country. The tensions were high. And I think that a lot of the times we really want to believe what we're hearing. And I think that Oprah did a good job in asking the questions. Could she have dug deeper, and will she dig deeper in the future? We hope to see that. We want to see more because that interview had such an impact and it left such a mark on the world. There's been so much discussion. I even spoke with Piers Morgan earlier in the year about it. He did not mince words. So it's clear that, there's more to be said here, and I'm looking forward to more from both of them, both parties.
I'm actually even surprised that Oprah allowed it to go on, knowing the state of Prince Philip's health at the time as well. That's one of the things that, in my view, I think as a journalist, if that were me and I was doing it, yes, I may want that interview, but I would probably be best advised to postpone. And to me, that seemed a little bit heartless from all of them, actually.
Well, it was a difficult time. Unfortunately, his health was in decline. And I think that with all things considered, what Prince Harry and Meghan were saying at the time, I don't want to say took precedence overrode what the Prince Philip was going through. But I think that because they were such shocking claims, it was kind of hard to ignore. It was kind of hard to not at least ask the questions and give them the space to make the claims that they were at the time leveling. So, of course, everything hindsight 2020, we could have done things differently and better. And again, thankfully, Oprah's still here and Prince Harry and Meghan are still here. So if there does need to be another conversation, I think that the world will be more than happy to pull up a chair, pop some popcorn, and see what happens next.
I think she gave them enough rope to hang themselves, actually. So in that respect, I'm kind of glad she did, because I don't think Meghan would have spoken to anybody. So at least we got words out of their mouths about their thoughts